Hi preschool families, it's Miss Stephanie. My family and I are here to help you through a project you can complete at home. This is called Sink or Float. So to test this Sink or Float project, first of all, you need to get a bucket or a cup or something to hold water in. We have a bucket that we were able to put water in. And make sure you ask your grown-up before you get it if it's okay to put water in that object. So we do have a bucket. Then we need to gather materials to test. So not all materials at home can be put in water, so make sure you ask your grown-up if it's okay to put these different items in water before you test them. Our next step is to predict what items might sink and what items might float. And then you record your predictions. A prediction is just a guess. What do you think will sink and what do you think will float? So we made piles. We have a pile here of what items we think will sink. And we have a pile of what items we think might float. So you can take a picture of this so that you have a record of your predictions and you know which ones you think are going to sink or float. You could also write your objects on a sheet of paper, what items might sink, what items might float, and it's okay to change your guess while you're doing it. We changed our guesses. You can also draw pictures if you don't know the words yet. Draw pictures of your items to guess whether they're going to sink or float. So make sure you have your results of your predictions set down somewhere, whether you take a picture or write them down on paper. And then ask yourself, why do you think these items will sink? Or why do you think these items will float? Rowan, can you tell me why you guessed this object will float? Why do you think it's going to float?
Because there's nothing inside it, so that means it's less weight. So that way it could float.
Ah, good. Good guess. All right. What about this? Why do you think this one's going to sink?
Because that one has just a little more weight than this.
Ah, so it's heavier. Okay.
Yeah.
Nolan, why do you think the bug is going to sink? Nolan, why do you think this is going to sink in the water?
It is.
Because it is? What makes it sink?
A bunny.
A bunny's going to make it sink? All right. So you might have different answers. Maybe how big an object is, or how much it weighs, or if there's air inside of it, like this one. And then after we have our guesses why, we've recorded our results, and we've kind of thought in our head why we think these objects are going to sink or why we think they're going to float, we're going to test our objects. And then we're going to record our results that way. All right, guys, you want to go ahead and put a few things in? So floating, we thought it was going to float, and it does. All right, what else? So we thought this was going to sink. Let's see what happens. Ah, it's floating. What about the rocks? You want to try the rock? Sink. Sink. So that floated. We want to put that over here. These rocks are definitely sinking. All right. So let's keep them over here. Keep going.
Sink.
It did sink. All right, put it over here. These objects are floating, so we got these predictions right. All right, keep going. Oh, the stick's floating, just like we thought it was going to. The coin sunk.
Oh, wait.
All right, so you're gonna keep testing your objects until you've got them all tested. And then you can record your results by either putting them back into piles of what objects did sink. It floated, so we gotta move it over here. So we're putting them into piles. You can record it on paper or however you want to record your results. Now these are just wooden toys. This is not an actual lemon. Oh, this one floated. We thought it was going to sink. So some of your predictions might be wrong, and that's okay. This one did sink. Oh, that's curious. The big one floated, the little one sank. Very interesting. So now that we have our results recorded, all of our objects are tested, and we got a water mess everywhere. Ask yourself, were your predictions close? Did you get most of the things you thought were going to float?
Yes.
Did you get most of the things you thought were going to sink?
Yes.
And then I want you to ask yourself, why did some sink,
Why did some sink?
but other objects floated?
Why did floated?
I'm very curious why the big gorilla floated,
Floated.
but the little one sank. Maybe it has to do with something with how much air is inside. For more information on why items might sink or float, there is a cute YouTube video through SciShow Kids labeled Sink or Float, and that's on YouTube. I'll include the link with this video, and I hope you have fun testing out this project. Take a picture of you completing this project with your grown-up and send it to your teacher. I would love to see it. Thank you.